This is Chris Campbell from the African Business Angel Network and South African Business Angel Network in Istanbul, Turkey, standing here with Tomi Davies, the president of the African Business Angel Network. Tomi, you've come to Istanbul. This is your second year here, and what struck you about this year's forum? Has there been any major takeaway from the last day and a half?
Well, the reason we come to forums like this is exactly because of one of the major takeaways I'm taking from there. Yesterday, I had the privilege of listening to the Balkans Angel Association panel, and one of the major things that struck me is the similarity between the post-communist era in Eastern Europe and the post-colonial era in sub-Saharan Africa. And the fact that because you have had authoritarian governments and leadership in both instances, it has left a set of people who are genuinely struggling with entrepreneurship and innovation. And that creates a serious challenge for investors who are investing, recovering the kind of investment proceeds that they were expecting to make.
And yeah, that's a very interesting topic and highly relevant to what we are encountering in Africa and how we navigate our future and where investors are coming from. Tomi, out of interest is over the last 1 to 2 years, coming to forums such as these, have you seen a shift in how people relate to the African opportunity, to investment opportunities, to angels in Africa?
Yes, I've seen, certain key features. The first is when we first started engaging, it was like Africa, I thought everybody there was poor and there was nothing. Then they've heard 1 or 2 success stories, and it's almost, last year was what I call the year of curiosity, where people were kicking our tires. But now we're starting to get, not just curiosity, 1 or 2 people actually co-invested with us last year from Europe. But this year, based on the experiences of those who did it last year, we're starting to get some serious interest. So I'm quite optimistic that, 5-10 years out, we will be part of the global angel investment scene properly, not just an add-on that's just arrived.
And perhaps to play a devil's advocate for a second is we spend a fair amount of time as an ABAN team attending different conferences, sharing the story of African startup opportunities and investment opportunities. Is why do we spend time doing this? Why does it matter? Shouldn't we be spending all our time at home, not going to conferences such as these?
Well, then how will people know that Africans are developing Africa and they need support in that development, not that we want them to come and develop on our behalf? That is our message to forums such as this, and I think it's a critical message to be carried forward. And nobody can ignore what's happening with America first or Brexit or any of those things where we're seeing the rise of nationalism, where people really want to build their own areas, their own turfs and everything else, and they're unlikely to lend a hand, to give a lending hand if you're not doing stuff yourself. So this is the way of sharing with people that, look, hang on, we're going to do this with or without you. We'd really like you on board, but here's what we're doing anyway. And that's really what we do at conferences like this.
Fantastic. Tomi, we will see you multiple times across the continent this year in 2017. Any closing excitement for what you're looking forward to in 2017?
Oh, yes. I'm quite excited about 2 key areas, agri-tech and fintech, okay, with power and energy coming right smack bang as a third. So all those 3 are areas I'm expecting to see a lot in Africa this year. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Tomi.
Cheers.